Welcome to Chuck Norris' favorite podcast, so it better be yours. New Hope Underground. Today's episode is entitled Delinquent Moose and a Christmas Like No Other. And now, here are the guys, Darren and Drew Hansen.
So, I forgot what episode it was.
Yeah.
I think it's 7.
1,000. 7 1,000.
7 1,000. No, it's only 7.
Oh. Episode 7?
I had to look it up, though, because it's been a while since we've been on the air.
It's been too long, man.
I know. So, welcome to New Hope Underground. We're back.
We are back with
I'm
a
Darren.
vengeance. I'm Drew.
And this is a COVID-free zone, pretty much, for the most part.
I'm really hoping so, because I haven't had it yet.
Well, we don't think there's anything going on in this room anyway. It's just us, and we have some distance.
There's no telling.
But who knows? Weren't you just saying to me that you have a gadget or you wanted to get a gadget or something?
Yeah, so hear me out. I think Sharper Image or something like that should come out with some sort of radar detector for COVID. Radar 19. I don't know.
So let's say you carry it with you and you're going down the street and it goes off while you're past somebody. What do you do there?
You just run away.
Just run away.
You just run as fast as you can.
They have no idea what's going on or why. But today we're just going to yak about the news of the day and talk about some things that are going on at New Hope behind the scenes.
I think now is a good time for people to really tune in. I mean, we've been around a while, but with the whole church practically going underground, especially if you're not risking going to services or anything. I mean, this is what we were made to do, man. We're primed for this season.
That's right. You should be. I mean, this is prime entertainment for you if you're a New Hoper, especially.
Knowledge. You get a feeling what's going around in the church that you maybe haven't been able to go to church. This is it, man. We're here for you. Subscribe, rate us.
And maybe you're sitting here and listening, and you're thinking, well, I've never been interviewed. Hey, let us know. We'll interview you.
If you want to be interviewed,
DM us at New Hope Underground.
That's the whole
on
application.
Instagram or message us on Facebook.
Yeah, perfect. That's the whole application process. Just tell us that you want to be interviewed, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, we're like, all right. We don't really have a lot of hurdles you have to jump around here.
Where do they message again?
Sorry. Why don't you go to New Hope? What's that?
Where do they message again?
You can DM us at Instagram, at New Hope Underground, or message us on Facebook at New Hope Underground. You can find us pretty easy. And we put some pictures up there and stuff about our stories and things that we talk about. So we try to keep that updated. So we'll be back kind of getting that freshly updated since we've been gone for a couple weeks.
I do think we need some more pictures of you on the Instagram, though.
I really don't.
People need to see that you're healthy and back.
I really don't. People can
give people what they want.
Hear the health in my voice.
Well, your voice always sounds nice.
What is that they always say? You got a face for radio, so that's why
face for radio. Yeah,
it's why you're on radio, kind of thing. Well, hey, I've got a great story, and I know you've been missing these.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
But there's I don't know which Canadian town because it didn't say, but there's a small Canadian town.
Oh, we're in Canada again.
Yeah, we're back in Canada because a
up.
lot of weird stuff happens in Canada. There's a town that posts some signs around, and the signs say, "Do not let moose lick your car."
like where's that at?
Yeah, do not let moose lick your car. It's a town in Canada. I couldn't even actually track down in the article where exactly. But there was a park manager by the name of Steve Young there who was giving interviews to CNN and other places talking about why they put up the signs.
Man.
Now, I don't know if this is Steve Young, who used to be quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
I was going to say that name rings a bell.
I'm sure there are lots of Steve Youngs, but anyway, that would be hilarious if it was the same Steve Young.
What's Steve Young up to these days?
Hall of Fame quarterback, but now he's hanging out as a park manager up in Canada.
What's Steve Young doing? Oh, well, after he retired, he went up to Canada and got himself a moose that licks cars.
Yeah, and now he's posting signs. But anyway, after he was interviewed, they're like, "Why'd you guys post these signs about Do not let moose lick your car. Now, why would you think they would post those signs? I'm just curious. Like, what's your first inclination?
Well, when I was in the Air Force, they kind of had a saying, we have these rules because someone did something stupid. So in this case, they probably had a moose lick a car, but I don't know why, but it probably actually happened. And it really made someone mad who was in a position of power. I don't know.
Well, what I find interesting is it's not a sign to the moose saying don't lick the car. It's a sign to the people saying don't let them lick your car.
What are they supposed to do about it?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, like if a moose really wants to do it, what are you going to do about that? I guess you just drive off. I don't know what you do. But anyway, you know why they put this on? Do you know why that they don't want them licking cars? Do you understand what that is about? Why is a moose even trying to lick a car?
Salt on the road?
Exactly. Road
Genius.
salt.
I'm a genius.
You are genius level. It's road salt. And up there in the wintertime,
right.
The cars pick up lots of salt. And they said that actually the wolf population is down. And so the moose are basically breeding faster. Oh. There's more moose.
Ooh.
And they are running rampant up in Canada. And they are looking for salt. I mean, they love salt. They love lick salt. That's why you have the salt licks, for deer. And moose love salt. And so they'll come up to your car if they see some salt or smell some salt or whatever it is on your car, and they lick it off. And they said, don't let them. And probably the most classic line that comes from the article was something I believe this man, Steve Young, said was...
Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame quarterback. Because he said that people need to be respectful and give them space, the moose.
The moose.
But what I love is this, and I just thought this is the most obvious statement of all, but whatever. He said, moose and cars are not a good mix.
What? That's shocking.
Yes, he goes, if you hit the moose with your car, you take the legs out from under it, and it's going to go through your windshield. So just keep that in mind, Steve Young said.
Brilliant insight.
So as many completions as he had to Jerry Rice,
I was going to say
he knows about moose.
He should stick to football. Maybe he can be a pundit or something, because I don't know. I don't think the Ranger thing's working out.
Is there a plural to moose? It's meese or moosin? It's just moose, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's just
I keep
moose.
trying to start the word, but I don't know where to go with it.
Moosin. Anyway, watch out for the moose up there. So, and don't let them lick your car, for crying out loud. And who's doing this anyway? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Are people are they almost like tempting the moose, like driving slow close to the wooded areas? With like caking their car up with salt on purpose.
I heard when I was young. I heard that people in like the 80s and stuff would go cow tipping, back before they had cell phones.
Oh yeah, the cow would fall asleep and they'd tip him over.
So that's what your generation did, and generations before you, I guess.
What are you talking about?
I'm assuming. I don't know.
I never did it because I didn't really hang out with cows.
Our 15, 16-year-olds are like full on phone junkies, so I doubt they've ever been cow tipping.
2020, what a year, huh?
Over it.
Everybody's talking about it all the time, like it could only happen in 2020, or different catchphrases like that. And I understand because it's just been such a weird year in all sorts of ways.
It's one long meme.
But we do have Christmas coming up real quick. We're in December.
Oh, man, I love Christmas.
And we're going to have to, you got to buy gifts. It's
That's
Christmas.
True. Yeah.
It's what you do.
Yeah, pressure's on.
If you don't, you're not a Christian.
Yep. How can you celebrate the life of Christ
without buying gifts for other people?
Without buying your niece and nephew-in-law a present.
Yeah, whoever needs a present, you get them one. So my thing is, and you know this about me, is because you got gifts from me growing up.
A few, yeah.
I don't like getting normal gifts. I mean, I like some normal gifts, but I also like to throw in a weird one every once in a while.
I feel like you always turn Christmas into a game.
Well, yeah.
It was great.
Christmas is a game.
We never knew what to expect. Which there's, as a kid, like the magic of Christmas. On Christmas Eve, you're always like, oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. But for us as kids, we're like, oh, we can't wait for tomorrow because it's Christmas. But also, what's Dad gonna do?
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
What is anything could happen?
But I remember getting you. I don't know if you remember this, but I actually bought you bubble gum one year that was called Shakespeare Insult Gum.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Describe that, will you? It was a great gift.
I don't remember what it said, but I remember. Now you might have to. I just kind of remember having it.
It's all right. It was a package of gumballs, and on the gumballs were like little pictures and text that said insults in Shakespearean language.
Right. Do you have an example of?
No, I don't.
Man,
not at all.
I wish I had those.
Yeah, you have to look them up and see if they're still around.
I know.
I try to find
good.
like weird, unique gifts.
Yeah, we got weird candies and weird stocking stuffers of things you'd never think to find. You know, like those things.
I think I got you a spatula once and I put that in the stocking.
Yeah, heck, as an adult, I'd take that. Now my spatula's kind of broke. Listeners, you know those things that you find in the back corner of Cracker Barrel, like in the toy section, the thing that like is collecting dust that no one's. Yeah, those are the things that we get in the stocking stuffer. It's like, what is this?
Exactly. And I was just kind of browsing again this year, looking for some unique Christmas gifts.
Oh, good.
So I've got a few I thought we'd talk about, and maybe someone out there was like, hey, this is a great idea. I'm actually going to buy this.
Okay, so you're not buying these for me?
No.
Okay, these are just gift ideas for our listeners then.
Right, gift ideas for our listeners. I'm going to save this stuff. I'm not going to tell everyone on air what I'm going to get you. I'm going to save that for later.
Well, I bought Brooke her big gift already, my wife. So
for Christmas?
Yeah, birthday/Christmas. I feel bad. She's a December birthday, so it's one of those.
Yeah, everybody has a birthday in December. That's
that's the nature.
Especially
of it.
with I've had friends whose birthday is really on Christmas Day. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that does. That's a shame. But I need some small gift ideas. So if you got any affordable ones, I'm in.
Well, what you do is you go out and get one of these that we're talking about. Just make sure she doesn't listen to this particular episode. You know, you're good.
Yeah, I'll be fine. She's like, oh, you're on that podcast? I'm not going to listen to
that. She doesn't even know. I've got this list of unique Christmas gifts. You know, I've been doing a little bit of research. So are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right, here's the first one. It's a board game called Poetry for Neanderthals.
Come again?
Yeah, Poetry for Neanderthals. And basically, the game consists of these cards, and you read them, and you have to read them in such a way of whatever directions it gives you. Like, for instance, it may say, we need to read this. You have to read these words or these sentences, and you have to make up a sentence or whatever, for instance, in just monosyllables. And the other team is listening, and if you accidentally use like a 2-syllable word, they hit you in the head with a club.
Like a club, like Bam Bam, like a club, like a...
Yes.
Huh.
It's inflatable. So it doesn't hurt,
so it's actually safe.
Yeah. So it sounds like a pretty cool game, huh?
Yeah.
Who's got that? Who has Poetry for Neanderthals? Anyone?
I would imagine nobody has that.
So check that out. Another neat gift is personalized socks. You can get personalized socks with your face on them and give them to other people.
Your face?
Yeah, pictures of your face.
Your face.
Over the socks. Oh, I guess you can put their face on it if you wanted.
No, your face.
My particular face.
Yes. Everyone listening wants to know if they can
Everybody
put your
needs
face on their
socks. Personalized face socks. What about this? You can actually pay for a race car driving experience, like a stock car driving experience.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think even for even down to $100.
That'd be awesome. Do you get to hang out with them?
Well, if you had, I don't know if it's an actual NASCAR driver or just
I feel like if it was a NASCAR driver, it might be more than $100.
Yeah, but you're right. So which NASCAR driver would you ride with?
Oh, Gordon every time.
Jeff Gordon.
Oh, JG.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon.
Jeffy G.
He's from Brownsburg, Indiana.
Yeah, he's from Indiana. Who's your boy?
Yeah, he's from Indianapolis West Side.
West
where we
Side,
used to live.
JG boy.
He lived down the road from us, basically, where we used to live.
Yeah, it's hard to sound cool while like trying to give him a nickname, Jeff Gordon.
It's so funny. I was
NASCAR driver.
listening to Jim Rome, and he said that everybody loves Jeff Gordon because he's such a clean-cut stock car guy. But if you ever saw his high school yearbook photo, you'd realize he was like a D&D mullet wearer.
It's a total dork.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, you can get a race car driving experience. How about this? Jerky of the Month Club.
Oh, man. Like,
Would you like that if I gave that to you?
Does it have exotic meats?
I don't know. It's just
What's
different.
the weirdest jerky on there?
I don't know. I needed to.
You have
I didn't read the
bison?
fine print. I just saw Jerky of the Month Club.
Giraffe
I'm like,
jerky?
we need that. Who knows? I'm sure it's nothing illegal.
I was going to say PETA might have a problem with that.
It's probably not like endangered species jerky.
You're not having any sort of like elephant jerky.
That's at least you can't get it like online, easily.
The dark web.
Yeah. But Jerky of the Month Club, different kinds of jerkies, try your teriyaki, your hot and spicy,
Black peppercorn.
black peppercorn jerky. Try it all.
Venison. Turkey.
Would you like that if I bought that for you?
Yeah, I'd be into that. It's a good way. You got to get your protein, bro.
How about this? Letters to My Future Self book.
Letters to your future self.
It's basically,
Book?
you
Wait,
write.
is it a letter or a book?
Actually, it's just Letters to My Future Self kit.
Okay.
And you get a kit in the mail. It's got all sorts of you can write letters to your future self, seal them up, date them, and open them up later like a time capsule kind of thing.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of Jim leaving Dwight on The Office. The notes from future Dwight.
Oh yeah, he'd fax himself. He'd fax Dwight using his own stationery.
Yes,
as himself from the future.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, wait. I have a question on that though.
Right.
So it's just a kit. It sounds like it's just an envelope.
I don't really.
pen
Yeah,
and
I don't
paper.
really. I think it's like an excuse for a stationery set, if you ask me. I
They're
don't
just
know if they actually
it's just
do
good
anything.
marketing.
It'd be cool if the company actually put it into a time capsule themselves or something, but they don't. I don't think they do that. But anyway, it's Letters to My Future Self. Check it out. And then you've got a selfies photo album. You can actually buy a photo album to put all pictures of yourself in it.
Yeah, people don't print photos anymore.
What is amazing to me is people just don't. They don't even shirk anymore from the obvious selfishness of a gift. They just go for it.
Oh, so it's selfies of yourself that you're giving as a gift. If you were giving it to me, it would be a book full of pictures of your face.
Well, you could do it that way, or I could just buy you an empty selfies photo album for you to take your own pictures of yourself.
Both narcissistic, but in different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of them is slightly less narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah. One time, my brother-in-law Brandon, you know him, great guy.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Brandon, love you, man.
Word up.
One time he gave Brady, my little brother, he gave Brady a picture of himself.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
That was funny.
Yeah, Brandon
right.
just had his old senior photos from high school or something. He's gave him a picture.
That was so funny.
Yeah,
though.
I love
that
that.
was really good.
Same idea there.
Now here's the last one I have, which I think is really, really good.
Yeah.
And that is you can actually buy a plot of land in Ireland for $49.
Oh, I bet you're all over that.
It's really cool. It's a 1 foot square, 1 foot square piece of land.
Wait, 1 square foot?
Yeah, 1 square foot piece of land.
How much is
in
it?
Ireland, in Roscommon County,
Okay.
in the middle of Ireland,
Okay.
in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
And it's $49, and they send you a picture of your 1 foot of land.
Exactly 1 foot.
Well, not just the 1 foot, but where it's at.
That's real small.
It is.
That's
but
real small.
You,
I'm sitting here
you
looking
totally,
I'm sitting here looking at my feet.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You totally own it, though. I mean, you literally, you're given a certificate and actual legal papers. I mean, you own it.
So if you bought a piece of land this year, and say you bought one every year for the next, I don't know, in order to build property on it, it'd be 50 years before, not more than that, 100 years. That's just crazy. That's so small.
Well, you can't really build anything on it anyway, but legally you can't do that because it's a protected property.
You own it.
Actually, you own it, but it's like a protected property. They have their now. You could go to buyireland.com and you can check it out and read. But you do own it, and even if they go away, you still own the property.
I'm gonna buy Ireland.
And you don't get taxed on it because they don't tax anything.
I plan on buying Ireland 1 square foot at a time.
Yeah, there you go.
One day I will rule the whole island.
See, here's the thing. I've always wanted to go to Ireland, so if I ever can't get there, at least if I actually bought a foot of square.
Well, if
land,
you go there,
you can visit it.
I think you'll go there.
You can actually go and visit the land that you get. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good idea. You've got poetry from the Neanderthals, personalized face socks, race car driving experience, Jerky of the Month Club, letters to my future self, selfies photo album, and a plot of land in Ireland. I mean,
which one are you getting for me?
Well, if I was to pick one of these, it'd be Jerky of the Month Club, because I mean, it sounds like it's kind of up your alley.
Yeah. That one or the race car driver?
Or maybe both.
Yeah, I'd want to hang out.
You and Jeff Gordon can chew on jerky
That's
together.
what I was going to say. That's perfect. I was going to say me and Jeff hanging out eating jerky.
Fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you need ideas, for just to spice up life in general, this is the place to come. New Hope Underground Podcast. So, it is time.
What time is it?
It is time to start to wrap this thing up. How about that?
That's pretty good. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Hey, at New Hope Underground, now our podcast is obviously a kind of a behind-the-scenes kind of look at New Hope Church, which means that sometimes you just get us sitting around talking, but a lot of times you're going to hear other people talk, people from our church. We do some interviews and testimonies and things like that. So you have an opportunity to hear that, and some people from our staff. And so keep listening, and every episode will be hopefully a little bit different as we go into 2020, 2021, and start to, now that we're kind of back at church a little bit, hopefully, and kind of seeing each other again, we can kind of get some more interesting and unique things going on with New Hope Underground. Also, we got some good things going on. We got some Zoom studies that are still out there, and there's some small groups that are still meeting.
It's the age of Zoom,
excited about
man.
that.
The age of Zoom.
We just want to encourage you to stay in contact with each other. You don't have to disappear entirely, even if you're not comfortable still coming to church services or because of COVID concerns. Hey, we understand that, and you can watch online, of course, like we always do, but that doesn't mean we should just not stay in contact with each other. So, find some ways to do that. Also, Christmas services. Christmas is coming up, and this year at New Hope, we're going to be having our Christmas services on Christmas Eve. Now, we will not be holding services on December 27th at all. So this will take the place of that Sunday. Okay. It'll be on Thursday night, Christmas Eve, December 24th, 4:30 p.m. and 6 p.m.
What are you going to do on Sunday morning?
I don't know. Good question.
Have you ever had a Sunday morning off?
I have, when we didn't have services.
Oh, yeah.
and so we'd watch it online or whatever. But we won't, it's going to be, our service will be on December 24th. So get your family and come 4:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve. And you need to sign up for that. Now, the reason we're actually asking people to sign up, so we just kind of have a good idea of who can come and when they're coming to which service, because obviously, because of mitigation, we have to limit how many people can actually be in the auditorium due to our COVID mitigation. So make sure you sign up online. All you got to do is go to newhopechurch.cc. You'll see it right on the front page. And just let us know how many are coming in your family and what service you want to attend. That'll be very, very helpful. And you got Shelbyville coming up again this weekend, and obviously they'll be hearing this before. Well, we're recording before the Shelbyville event, but
it's happening.
You'll be hearing this probably afterwards, possibly. So anyway, that's tonight. We're recording on a Sunday.
Yep.
So what's going on with that?
Oh man, that's a good question. No. Tonight we have service at 6:30, I believe 6. I think it's 6 to 7.
6 o'clock, 6 to 7.
6 to 7. I don't know. I get there at 3, so it all just kind of happens, and I'm there for it.
I got you.
Yeah, service from 6 to 7. We will have, kids ministry there and everything. Right now, we're only doing once a month still. So, but keep
Sundays.
Yep, first Sundays, in the evenings, and keep your eyes peeled for for that to change down the road. I'm not sure when. There's no definite plans, but hopefully we can start meeting more regularly. So if you can help by just getting the word out, telling people that, if you know someone from Shelbyville or around the area, tell them that New Hope is coming, and they're there first Sundays, and they have stuff for kids. They got stuff for the whole family. So
yeah, it's great.
Get out and about there, man.
Now we've got some interesting things to announce for Shelbyville, but we're going to wait a week.
Yeah,
on the podcast.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Let's wait a week.
Stay tuned.
And so stay tuned for some more on that. And then also on our outro, we call it the outro, the last thing we talk about here before we leave on all of our podcasts. We've been doing the thing and as a part of the outro called Jesus Talk. And we've had so much of a good time with Jesus Talk.
Yeah, I like that. That's probably my favorite part.
And getting into some very serious discussions. We've been recently talking about why do people leave the church. And so what we're doing now is we're starting to put out Jesus Talk as a second release each week. Mm-hmm. So you'll hear this podcast, and then you will also, if you subscribe, it'll also pop up. It'll say Jesus Talk at some time during the week as well. So that we're separating it so that we can have kind of a longer discussion that's serious about whatever our topic is. So this last week, we just put out our first Jesus Talk. I call it, for instance, it'll be 0.5 of whatever episode it is that week. So last week was our 6th episode of New Hope Underground. So you should have also received Jesus Talk 6.5 when it comes out. Now,
it's all under New Hope Underground. So you should be able to see all the episodes there. Right,
and you may not have received it yet, but keep looking for it. It will pop in there. So after every regular episode, you'll then see a Jesus Talk of whatever the episode number is, 0.5. So, and we're going to continue that discussion about why do people leave the church. We've been talking about hypocrisy was our first discussion. That's one of the reasons. And the second discussion we had is leadership.
Can I mention something real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, so the reason I love this show is because we actually get to talk about some questions, maybe some more difficult questions. And then we just kind of talk through them and think through them together, drawing upon our own experience and knowledge and whatnot. So I want to open that up to our listeners. If you have anything you want us to talk about and to sort through and to think through, just message us on Facebook, Instagram, text us, email us. Whatever. Get us your questions or comments or whatever. We'll talk about it. If you have a question about faith or church or religion, something you're struggling with or curious about, let us know.
Yeah, you can DM us on Instagram at New Hope Underground, or you can Facebook message us at New Hope Underground.
There you go.
You can even email me if you want. Darren, Darin, Hansen, Hanscn at newhopechurch.cc. So, yeah, we'd love to hear about maybe some topics you might want us to address.
To be fair, just so you know what's going on with these episodes, it's mainly you're going to be giving the insight, and I will be commenting along. But if you have questions, I'll make sure my dad gets those, and we can and he can answer, and then I can add things.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. It's good stuff, and we want you to be involved, not just in listening, but hopefully maybe we can talk about some things you've always kind of wondered yourself, or maybe some things that have really challenged your faith. Who knows? Hopefully, more importantly, we hope it to be faith building in the end. Hey, thanks for joining us, and stay tuned then for some time this week to receive the next Jesus Talk episode.
Peace.